So we're starting our hike out up to Ptarmigan Tunnel on Ptarmigan Trail. Our ultimate goal is Waterton in Canada. Anything to add, Adam?
So what is today? Monday?
Monday.
And we'll be out on Friday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So we're at Ptarmigan Falls. There's Adam. You can see there's a lot of people here. Very beautiful falls.
Yeah. So it's day one. We are making our way to the Ptarmigan Tunnel. And we're sweating. No bears yet. But pretty scenery.
So we're on the Ptarmigan Trail, just short of Ptarmigan Tunnel, which we're thinking is up there. It's been kind of a steady uphill. A bit of a slow grind, but not too bad. A lot of beautiful wildflowers along the way. No sign of bears though, but some pretty waterfalls. All in all, pretty cool. Okay, this is Ptarmigan Trail, overlooking Ptarmigan Lake. You can kind of see the trail here. Some switchbacks. There's a couple people on it, but they're so minuscule you can barely see them. You ready for the switchbacks?
I suppose.
This is the view from Ptarmigan Tunnel. There's Ptarmigan Trail, switchbacks.
And then we went over Red Gap Pass and down to Elizabeth.
It's a nice cool breeze coming through the tunnel.
So we're here at the Ptarmigan Tunnel.
Every year we go on a backcountry trip and we go to a different national park or place basically. Last year we didn't
So we're gonna walk through this tunnel now.
California, the highest speed in the lower 48.
Take care.
Bye.
Nice and cool in here. This tunnel just opened for the season a couple weeks ago, so if it wasn't open we wouldn't be able to do this trip. Pretty cool. We're approaching the north side.
Oh my fucking god. It's so fucked up, man. That's so good.
So this is the other side of the tunnel. Got some real cool colors on the rock wall. Up there is a Red Gate Pass, I think. And our trail goes down that way toward Elizabeth Lake. So we are walking through forest just above Elizabeth Lake, and we haven't seen a human in a mile or two. And I think we both keep thinking we're going to see a bear jump out on the trail at any moment. It's pretty thick. Seems like pretty good habitat. Nothing yet though.
This is the Elizabeth Lake drainage suspension bridge. As you saw, the limit is 1 hiker at a time. Adam's going to film me as I fall into this probably really cold but deep water. It really bounces a lot.
Can I come out there with you, big boy?
If you want to ride. Wow, it does. It bounces a lot. Swings. Probably the smartest thing wouldn't be to be holding the camera while doing this, but it wiggles a lot, man. Pretty sweet. Watch Adam wiggle across it. It's got a lot of shimmy in the shake, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's fun.
Skeeters are getting bad.
Yep. How many more miles to go? About 5.
5, hopefully.
So we are in between Elizabeth Lake and Cosley Lake. We've gone about 10 miles. We've got about 4 left to go. We're both pretty tired. We just came across Dawn Mist Falls. Very impressive. Big drop off. Let's see what it looks like over around the bend. I can feel the mist. It feels fantastic. Oh wow, pretty. Feel the mist? Feels great. Wow. Dawn mist. Impressed?
Yes. The best is the mist.
Yeah. It's hot.
I'm gonna hop over there.
The Cosley Lake fording. See this cable here? It's gonna help us out. Pretty long ford, but after about 13 miles of hiking, feel good to get our feet in that water. So all right.
Smile that I can manufacture right
Yeah.
now.
I'm gonna try to tackle this first.
Do you want me to film me as you fall in, or?
After is fine. Oh. Oh, it's chilly. Oh, nice crystal clear water. Yes, it's cold. Never had to do a ford this long. Oh, it's cold. Boy. Brr.
This is the Cosley Lake river fording. Let's get this nice wire here. Some frigid waters. That's gonna feel good until my feet get numb. I've been told it's 2 feet deep. That's what I Pulled up the shorts for maximum dryness, and I'm not sure if the wire is helping me or hurting me. It's really so flexible that if you fall, you're just going in a drink. It just keeps you from getting swept away. But really the current isn't so strong that it's going to sweep you away. This is the point where that cold that felt good is really starting to almost feel like a burn. There's Adam, he already forded. Woo, yeah, it's cold. Now it's painful. Oh man, that's good.
So we just forded the Cosley River, and now we're in the valley of Mokowanis, and it's like a different world in here. It's sunny and dry. On the other side it was moist and vegetation 3 feet high. So we're looking forward to the next couple days in this valley. Only a half mile left of our day till we get to camp. This is our camp at Cosley Lake. It's a very nice one. First night in Glacier. And the best part about this campsite is that we're right on a rocky beach, right on Cosley Lake. Heading that way tomorrow. Go deer.
Hey bear. That thing does not give two craps.
Go deer.
You taking a video?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, so I'm sitting here filling up water, you know, monkey style. My feet holding everything. And this deer decides to stroll right by us. In between us, yeah. He went between that bush right there. He just walked right next to me. Kind of sniffed me a little bit. I smell better because I took a shower or a bath in the lake. No soap. No soap. And now she's just kind of chowing down on something. Oblivious to us completely.
Made a beeline for that bush. She knew what she wanted.
Yeah. So I think Adam's trying to decide if he should mess with the wildlife here or not.
Definitely not.
So I guess we have a campmate.
So this is our camp at Cosley Lake. It's very beautiful this morning. Got to see the sunrise with those peaks over there. Our camp is right behind these bushes here, so we got the camp real close to the lake. Today we're going to be heading down that valley closer to those waterfalls and all those peaks. So it should be a good couple days. One of the best backcountry campsites I've been to.
Alright, it's day 2. We just left Cosley Lake. Got a nice plank bridge here. And they all seem to have their own type of bounce, whether it's laterally or vertically.
Glad we don't have to ford that.
Yeah, that
moving.
would be a little chilly too. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 9:15. We only have a rough 4 miles to go today. How you feel about that?
Feel good after the 15 yesterday. Nice easy day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are on day 2. We thought we signed up to do a hike in the mountains and not the rainforest, but the vegetation is definitely healthy. They had a lot of rain and snow this spring, so I think this is more than normal.
So we're going from the Glen Lake campground area to the Mokowanis Lake Junction. And as you can see, some of the undergrowth gets to be about 6 to 7 feet high, completely encompassing the trail, so it gives you a nice cool dewy coating on your legs, but it's definitely very lush. I mean, the video I can barely see where the trail's at. It's more evident walking, but it's definitely covered with undergrowth. This is the hike to Mokowanis Lake. Some beautiful mountain ranges on both sides. Beautiful blue skies, nice trail. I'm guessing the lake campground's gonna be a lot better than Mokowanis Junction, which is where we're at, where it's dark and buggy. There's another nice peak up there. This is Mokowanis Lake, and the view from here is just stunning. If you can get this campsite, this is the one to get, over the junction. They got a food prep area right next to the lake. Beautiful lake.
We made it to Mokowanis Lake, and now we are officially off the trail. Kind of just walking in the wilderness looking to find some falls that Margaret Lake is just beyond, and we just walked through a bunch of huckleberries, and Jason is very concerned that there may be a grizzly, so nothing yet, but we did find some very pretty unnamed falls. Just above that is Margaret Lake. Yeah.
So these falls have a series of falls. We're at the upper falls now, but even the upper falls has several steps. And it's nice now you're not in the berry patch bushwhacking. You just walk out on the rocks. Very cool.
We just got done hanging out at Mokowanis Lake. Took a little wade in the lake, cooled the feet off, chilling out on some benches and some shade. We're both about to take a nap. And then, of course, the obligatory storm rolled in. So now we're walking back to our camp at Mokowanis Junction, which is not nearly as nice as last night or as the Mokowanis Lake, which we were just at. We did climb up to the waterfall, which is about 300 feet above the lake, and that was a beautiful spot, but we didn't make it as far as Margaret Lake, unfortunately. But I'm glad that we're not up there right now in the rain. This is the head of Glen Lake. A real big lake. It goes probably a couple miles down that valley and eventually drains into Cosley Lake. Pretty nice when it's not raining. Jason left all his rain gear back at camp a mile away, so he's getting wet. This is our second night campsite at Mokowanis Junction. This is the food prep area, and hang our food up there. There's 5 campsites, and ours is up that way. Is kind of far away. With the rain, and we're not by a lake, a little disappointed in this site compared to last night. But looks like the rain may stop eventually.
There's a bear coming through the woods right there. Rawr. Rawr. I think we're about the first hikers out on the trail this morning, cleaning all the cobwebs off for the people behind us. We're out of the real dense jungle vegetation, and now we're into the more exposed sunny area. But you can see the falls there. There's kind of a lower set. And way up there's another set. Pretty awesome.
I like being able to see, not being stuck in the lush rainforest. Alright, so we reached the top of the first of 3 switchbacks, and we reached Atsina Lake, and the falls to the right is Atsina Falls. We're going to be going up to Peyote Falls on the left, and eventually all the way up and over
Stoney Indian Pass. It's beautiful. We think this would make a excellent camp spot.
Excellent.
Rather than Mokowanis Junction. Just a note for the NPS. This is the best overview we've had of this whole valley. We've been staying in the past couple days. You can see all the way down there to Cosley. It's pretty awesome. Sun just peeking over the edge of the mountains up there, touching the water.
We are making our way up to the third and final set of switchbacks to go over Stoney Indian Pass. And all morning this hike has just been completely beautiful. Peaks and falls and cascades and snowfields everywhere. Wildflowers. Flies and mosquitoes and bees. Probably the best few miles of the hike are right here.
Well, we're completely done with our second set of switchbacks. This is Unknown Lake. And I think our last set of switchbacks will be over this little pass right there, which really doesn't look that bad. The scenery is so beautiful, you don't even really realize that you're putting up so many feet in elevation. Again, this probably would be an awesome spot to camp too. The smell of the wildflowers is very intoxicating here. It's just beautiful. This is the third set of switchbacks, the Stoney Indian Pass. They're actually not too bad of switchbacks, they're kind of gradual. You see the unnamed lake down there. You can kind of make out the edge of the drop into the next valley. But really, we don't have too much more to go. There's all these really big flowers up here. Like this guy here. If you just touch them, you get a bunch of pollen on your hands. They smell really fragrant. We're on Stoney Indian Pass. Standing on a nice big snowbank. This is a side coming from Cosley Lake, Glen Lake area. Adam's going to try his hand at glissading. It's pretty nice up here, except for the horse flies are getting to be a little too much. Constantly doing the shimmy and shake dance. You do that again? Use your same trail?
Yeah. You want to go?
Sure. This is the descent off of Stoney Indian Pass to Kootenai Lake, which Kootenai Lake campsite is our next site. It's a pretty steep descent, actually. The ascent from the other side was wasn't too steep. This is pretty steep. You have a beautiful look at the lake down there. There's a lot of little creek and snowbank meltage crossings. It's really pretty. I think today is definitely the highlight of the whole Glacier trip. The front side and the back side of the pass. There's a good look at the lake.
And we're going to be right at the base of Citadel Peak, the very bottom, tonight.
To the far left is Kootenai Peak.
Yeah.
Just came out of Stoney Indian Pass, descending down. And as the beginning of the day, the rest of the day so far has been pretty awesome also. Scenery is just awesome, fantastic. Right now we find ourselves on the Waterton Valley Trail. We're about 2 miles out of Kootenai campsite. In the past mile or so and 2,000 feet was just undergrowth so high you could barely see the trail. But this is actually pretty nice. It's a nice pine forest. As you can see, it's just, you can actually see out. Kind of see the mountains in the distance. See some dark clouds brewing, which after our last night, brief rainfall, we're hoping avoids us. Sleep in a wet tent again. But it's pretty. And we have yet to see goat, sheep, or bear on the trail. A lot of deer. No moose. Yeah, we're told that there is a moose somewhere around Kootenai. So we're holding hopes to see one last large megafauna. This area is starting to have a lot more ferns too, which has a nice fragrance and aroma to it. A little more pleasing to the eye. Some mountains in the distance. The bad part about here is you're supposed to be looking up for creatures, large animals. You're constantly stubbing your toes on the rocks, like that one.
We're looking at Citadel Peaks from Waterton Valley Trail and a nice storm cloud brewing behind. The highest of those peaks is 7,750 feet.
Just heard a rumble of thunder too.
Awesome.
Par for the course, right?
Yeah. After a long 11 miles, we finally made it to our campsite on night 3 at Kootenai Lakes. This is our site. It is very buggy. Lots of mosquitoes. But we are very close to.
So we made it to Kootenai Lake. It's actually very pretty. Got a nice log bench here I'm sitting on. Putting the tired dogs in the water. The cold water does wonders for the inflamed feet. All the campsites are back in this little pine ridge over here. Yeah, mosquitoes get you pretty good in there. We have a nice head breeze, or breeze coming from the front, so they're kind of staying away from this little grassy area. So this is probably the spot I'll sit as long as I can until that rain cloud comes over and starts dumping on us. Hopefully it doesn't, because this is a very peaceful, relaxing spot to think about the trip and write in my trip journal.
Where in Colorado?
I was just there. We were, let's see, just before Winter Park.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm trying to remember the name. It was like in between, I'm not sure if you know, Granby and Winter Park.
Yeah.
It's like right in between there.
Real close to Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
It was awesome.
Got a video of her now. She's just chowing down.
Mm-hmm. Hoping this rain holds off, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly look like it.
You guys got your dinner started?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. What'd you guys think of that hike today?
So we're
It's beautiful. That's
Kootenai Lake. And what's it doing, Adam?
It is thunderstorming, of course,
And
and raining.
there was some pretty good lightning early, but in the valley we came from over there, I don't know if you can see it, but
Blue skies.
blue sunny skies, which yesterday it was that valley, which happened to be the valley we were in, that got rain. There's a moose over here still. Oh, that's coming down. There's a moose over here chowing down. The beam that went all the way across?
Yeah, there's a long one straight down there and then here.
All the way, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm recording right now. So right now we're hunkered underneath probably the biggest pine tree in this little area. And most of the campsite is dry except for Jason put his tent. There's been some pretty cool lightning up there. Just really hoping it doesn't find its way over here.
It's not as intense as the boulder field, but
It's not as
it's getting more intense.
it's not as scary as the boulder field. Yeah, I was just sitting there hoping that it doesn't become the boulder field part 2. I'm not quite in the lightning strike position. There's a mosquito flying by.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Where did it hit?
The Citadel Peak.
I saw the flash, but I didn't.
That was awesome. Keep pointing up there. That's where it seems to be.
I got the light of it, but I didn't get the actual beam. The main bolt.
Won't be the last, I won't be the first. Find a way to where the sky meets the earth. It's alright and all wrong. For me it begins at the end of the road. We come and go.
It's day 4. Crossing a nice big solid plank bridge. We just left Kootenai Lakes. We're headed out to Goat Haunt. And catch the ferry to Waterton. Be nice to get a tasty meal that's not dehydrated. Surely they're not going to sell us a burger and add us to tell us to add hot water to it, right?
Right.
So we only have like 2.8 miles to go, so it's pretty much a walk in the park, so to speak. It's day 4. We're at Goat Haunt, the port of entry into Waterton. Got some smatterings of civilization. Got the passport out, the phone out. They have this nice little pavilion here you can sit in.
Amazing.
Is there mirrors? You can see yourself?
There's mirrors, there's a sink, there's soap.
Whoa, soap?
Wash my head. Feel great.
This is the lake. It's about a 12-mile lake, 11-mile lake. This is a very wet morning, so I took all my boots out and hoping to get some stuff dried out so I can throw on the trail running shoes just for walking around in. So how do you feel about the trip, Adam?
I feel like that last mile was the most difficult mile since the Ice Age Trail in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Due to
Mosquitoes. They torment me.
they seem to be Adam's bane.
It was definitely not a pleasurable mile.
But now we're here, ready for some quote-unquote real food.
I think taking the boat is going to be one of the best decisions we made.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice and relaxing, mosquito-free. Nice views.
Drops about what, 10 miles?
10 miles, 10 or 11.
We put in about 37 to 38 miles somewhere in there in this trip, so good enough for us.